Hello everybody, welcome back for some StarCraft 2 action. We're back at the Homestory Cup, and we have HolyHit, aka Keanu, somehow in the blue, not in the pink, sus, going up against PtitDrogo. In Group D, we have a Protoss versus Protoss, and yes, I did call him Keanu because, you know, I know him personally, consider him a friend, we are like that. I don't know what the meme is all about. There's some meme. But like, yeah, I call this pro gamer by his first name because we are close like that. Sadly, not quite the meme connoisseur myself. Now let's see what happens here on Alcyone. Of course, a fun map with these gold bases. I don't know if they come into play in PvP all that often. Maybe the RiquizCasts come into play a couple times, but overall, it's a pretty standard map. And it's pretty hard to abuse the gold base without getting abused yourself. Double gateways for both players on top of the ramp. Of course, today, no webcam. Because it's really, really hot. Like, exceptionally warm, temperature-wise. So you can imagine me without a shirt. If that pleases you. Or not. HolyHit gets a nice little scout here on Drogo's base. Gets to see the second pylon. Other side, Drogo just entering Keanu's base. Pylon placement, almost identical. Near a gas, both of them, I guess. So let's see what the tech choice is going to be for both of these players. What gateways are they going to be producing? Adepts, Stalkers, Sentries. It's all a possibility, and we see Sentry and Stalker for both sides. Most macro-focused opener in PvP from this point. Let's see what type of tech structure we are going to see. Probably going to see them go down after the units pop so that the probes don't have that information. Let's see if there's any follow-up units. Pylons going down on both sides. Completely mirrored builds as of now. There's a cheeky pylon here from Drogo on the natural from HolyHit. He has a probe in the main, but it does get shut down by the Stalker. And the Nexus will go down for Drogo. Drogo builds a cybernetics core on the natural of HolyHit, who probably starts up 2 sentries and a shield battery. Now it does have the minerals to start a Nexus, but not the spot, because there's literally an annoying shield, or what is it, cyber core over there. 2 Stalkers now starting up, 3 sentries dealing bonus damage against these buildings because they are shielded. And we have a second, oh no, it's a Twilight console. I clicked the cyber core and I was like, what? 2 cyber cores? Nope, it's a Twilight console coming out from Drogo here. And we see a robo for HolyHit. And sadly for him, his second Nexus has been delayed quite a bit, now goes down, and we don't see any additional gateways. Drogo scouts everything out with his hallucinated Phoenix, and we did see a little bit of a move out for HolyHit here. Tries to catch this hallucination, and we see a blink coming up here for Drogo. More Stalkers coming out, hallucination scout from HolyHit as well. And the probes are already being sent over here by Drogo, keeping his main minerals as healthy as possible. Now, a Twilight console is coming up for HolyHit as well, but he does have the robo. And perhaps he can use his observer advantage to snipe an observer from Drogo if he throws down a robo anytime soon. More Stalkers being warped in. Of course, the Twilight console's not a secret. And a Dark Shrine going down for HolyHit here. This could be a 1-2 punch here. Strategic win in the books. Oh my god, this sentry does get caught. Throws down a force field to protect his buddies. And these adepts trying to sneak in on the left, but PtitDrogo is in position to try and punish. One adept is in the natural, does target down 1 probe, gets a secondary probe, but the army of Drogo is on the move. He's moving out across the map. Blink is over halfway done. 1 little chrono boost, and it goes down. Will finish that up for Drogo. We see no robo, just 2 gates, and a 3rd base behind it. So if HolyHit can hold here, he might have a little avenue into victory here. with the War Prism coming out. It's going across the map. And if Drogo is not privy to that... Oh my god. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky War Prism does not get caught by Drogo. He does not have a Robo, so this Dark Shrine can literally be game-ending. Do see a Forge coming down. Some cannons can be built in the future, but this Dark Shrine is just going to be very problematic here for Drogo. We have only one shield battery. Pros pulled off the line. They need to be mineral walked a little bit because they're stuck behind the Protoss units here. And the War Prism is going into the main. Oh, HolyHit, can he hold on and put Dark Templar in the main of PtitDrogo here? He loses his main army in the front, is really banking on these Dark Templar to do everything. Now he does go for the Dark Templar drop. He has some Dark Templar defending as well. One Immortal does come out. We don't have another nuclear battery just yet. It's coming up soon. And the Dark Templar defends. And now we have more Dark Templar probably being warped in on the side of Drogo. Only 2 of them right now. And this Dark Templar is just slicing and dicing up all of these probes. Look at that. Another comes in. The cannons are being targeted as well. The Blink Stalkers do come in, do take down that War Prism, but another cannon is being taken down. Another cannon is being built in the main. 2 have completed at the 3rd base. So these Dark Templar, they can shut down all of the production. They can maybe even get a couple more probes. Oh, this one Dark Templar gets completely destroyed by the Stalkers. Now a Robo does go down in the back here. There's another cannon done. Oh, this Dark Templar can get a couple more probes. And HolyHit gets a chance to stabilize behind this. Has more probes now. And he can kill a couple more pylons. You probably don't want to start on this Nexus, because you know there should be a Robo out there somewhere. And these Dark Templar making the game very crazy. Another War Prism out on the map. Finally, Blink coming out for HolyHit himself. And a second Immortal as well. We see +1 starting up for Drogo. It will be delayed because of this pylon going down. He could try and target down the Forge, but I don't know. Nothing much to do here anymore. Maybe you can like try and hide in a corner, but these Dark Templar have done all they have to do. Oh, maybe a little Dark Templar drop on top of the cannon. Could kill the cannon and then get a couple more kills. There is one observer. These dirty, dirty Dark Templar take down the cannon. And now Drogo has to react to this. The one Dark Templar does get out there. This Stalker blinked himself into a little corner, going with early retirement right here. Now we do have a 3rd for HolyHit, 3rd Immortal as well. Blink almost done. The additional gateways are coming out. So this Blink Stalker Wars... Oh, the War Prism does get out, but the Dark Templar has to be forfeit. And Drogo really has to work for his meal here. Has to stay back with all of these Stalkers to make sure that these Dark Templar don't overwhelm him. And now the units of HolyHit are moving across the map. Blink is done. Another Immortal being Chrono boosted out. And a Forge has been started. Of course, he knows that Drogo has had his Forge for a while now. It's only just been repowered. This War Prism actually getting out. 3 Immortals ready to shell down these Stalkers. Boom, first Stalker gets killed right away. And we even have a cheeky Archon here. Again with the cheeks. Some Stalkers coming in from behind. Don't want to move command into that army. And this War Prism can help this push reinforce here for HolyHit. Only has 52. Oh, nice pickup on the Archon. 52 probes. He's now restarting a couple probes. And doesn't need many more. He has his 3rd base almost saturated. And these Dark Templar, they want to sneak on in. They want to kill that cannon whilst pushing on into the front. I love this. Divide and conquer, and there go the Dark Templar. They hit! The cannon is dead. The Observer is coming though, but at what cost? The Stalkers come in, click down a couple more cannons, but actually Drogo being able to defend here. Where are all the Immortals? Did they die somewhere? They did. I don't know how they died so quickly, but they did. And now HolyHit trying to get as many probe kills as possible. And what looked like a very promising game here for HolyHit turns out to be a dub for Drogo. I guess the Immortals got caught out. Maybe they were loaded up into a prism. Nope. They were just caught out by Drogo's army, clicked down very efficiently. And of course, he didn't even have charge. Wow, he just making zealots for the tanking. +1 now, just completing. And tried to do some good moves with the Dark Templar, but Drogo takes out HolyHit in this game number 1. And for game number 2, we are loading into Goldenaura here with Drogo and HolyHit. Now, HolyHit, clearly the underdog here, needs to fight back, needs to bring some pink power up onto Goldenaura to try and sneak a game off of Drogo here, whom is more of a veteran player compared to HolyHit. And of course, we saw Drogo play against a laser, being in form, taking that series 2-1 in a fairly convincing fashion. So let's see what HolyHit has prepared for us on Goldenaura. In PvP, I don't know if this map is good or bad. It's probably just fine. These chokes are very annoying as a Zerg versus Terran and Protoss. And probably in TVP as well, because of tanks, because of force fields, and even Blink Stalkers. Although this is a very tiny main to get into. So probably not a favorite for most Protoss players. Now we see 2 gateway opener from both sides once again. Cybercore's coming down. And let's see what both of these players see. A probe is going across the map from Drogo again. HolyHit again scouting a little earlier than his opponent. Second pylon goes down in the main for both players. And the only probe on the map is this one of Drogo. Holmes is just going to try and get some intel. Gets into the main before the Cybercore even finishes. And realistically, that's the first moment where some deviation is going to happen, where you're going to notice where's this pylon, where you're going to notice where's the gas. And we see Stalker Sentry coming out of both sides once again into the gateway research. And Drogo not going to go for another block, or is he? Probe moves up, might drop a pylon here. Yes, he does, to make sure that he knows which units are going to come out of those gateways. Nice cheeky move. And HolyHit sees one sentry come out and leaves. Once you see the sentry, you kind of know where most of the gas is gone. And on the other side, of course, another sentry stalker. HolyHit getting his natural at a decent timing this time around. Double sentry coming up from Drogo behind that. And for HolyHit, exactly the same. Drogo slightly ahead in probes. So, prioritizing the probes a little more. Gets a Twilight Console in the back of his main here. Let's see what HolyHit is thinking about. He's going for a robotics facility once again. Puts down a nice pylon here. Gives him a lot of vision against any type of War Prism harass. Or just knowing that this hallucination scout has been near his base. And both players just kind of chilling. 3 sentries on either side. Cool formation. And Blink starting up from Drogo right away. Kind of want to see like an immediate counter DT rush, but of course Drogo knows that the Robo is down and he clicks on the Twilight Console right away. So Drogo knows what's up. He knows it's a very similar setup. He knows DTs are an option once again. We'll be pretty surprised if HolyHit pulls those out again. But that might just be the most genius blind move to do. If it doesn't work the first time, they'll definitely not expect it a second time. There's a probe out here on the map, giving a lot of vision with the Selnaga Tower. Stark's moving out for Drogo here, trying to get a little bit of intel. Look at these units fan across the map for Drogo. Another hallucination scout, and we see Glaives coming out of HolyHit. That is interesting. Is he going to go for, like, the Immortal Adept thing that we saw from Cyan a couple games back. That was very interesting in PvP. It does save you a bunch of gas, and Adepts are, of course, very good at murdering any probe line that they get into, especially with the glaive upgrade. Third base going down for Drogo. No third base for HolyHit here. And Drogo has scouted those locations, but hasn't seen anything. He's moving up with his Stalkers and Sentries in tow. Blink has been completed. He tries to snipe the Hallucination Scout, but does not manage to do so. We see another Forge coming out and a Robo in the front, so Drogo this time around is DT proof. And a couple Sentries or Force Fields are coming down, but we have 2 Immortals to deal with Drogo's army here. Nice Blink movement from the Stalkers. These units just can't get close enough to protect the rest of the army. And that's the power of Force Fields plus Blink Stalkers. You just have all of the positioning tools you'd ever want. You can deny space from your opponent, and you can take space with your Stalkers, superior mobility, and map editor robots. Pretty cool. We have a Warpism coming out. A couple Adepts already added on into the army here. A third Immortal's coming out, and this looks to be a pretty committed attack here from HolyHit. Only 36 probes. And he's making a couple more probes. So perhaps he wants to transition out of this as this does enough damage. A couple pylons coming down. The War Prism is with the army. The Adepts are ready to shade on in. They kind of want to find these sentries. Do not do so. Nice force fields. They catch a couple of the Stalkers, and the Immortals go ham on those Stalkers. Nuclear battery has been committed. The Stalkers want to get some hits on this War Prism, but the War Prism stays back. And the nuclear battery almost done here. And Drogo actually fighting outside of his own battery range here. Gets to... Well, he donates the sentry, because the sentry can't blink. And now 3 Immortals are very good at clicking down Stalkers. The probes are coming out. Nice click down on the healthy shield battery there. The War Prism trying to do a little bit of micro. Gets targeted down by the Stalkers, but these Immortals, 2 of them still alive, targeting down these Stalkers really well. And 2 of them do fall. Lots of probes were pulled. 12 probes remaining. A 4th Immortal joins the fight, and a 5th one is underway. Look at these Stalkers trying to click down these Immortals, but there's just too much chaff in the front here from HolyHit. Bunch of Adepts and Sentries just making sure that these Stalkers can't get into range of these Immortals for free. And now the third base is being clicked down by the Crabs with the shotguns. The first Immortals coming out here, and this is an important Immortal for Drogo to keep alive here. If he keeps the third base and reprobes, he's going to be completely fine. He's still ahead in probes, but these Immortals, oh, they try to micro back. It's an Immortal on Immortal fight, and only the Adepts remain, and they don't remain in the fight. They instead shade on out of there. Get into the natural, get into the main. No, they do not. They get blocked by the buildings. 8 more probes going down. And HolyHit behind this. There's still 38 probes, no third base, so super committed. Another War Prism is coming out, and War Prism with another Immortal in the front. It's just a full-on rally push here from HolyHit, and things are going from bad to worse for Drogo, losing probes left, right, center, and in the basement as well. Oh, this Immortal gets clicked down very nicely by Drogo, though, but there's just so many Adepts running around. 31 probe kills, and perhaps more to come. Nope. Not more to come. 6 more Adepts just casually strolling across the map. And HolyHit's army supply just isn't that high, so maybe a counterattack can do something here against Drogo. But, I mean, if these Adepts just walk across the map, we have a battery. We can go nuclear. If we have 1 or 2 Immortals, I don't know how you defend. The Adepts just walk on in, casually walk their way into Mordor. And more probes go down. Drogo walks all the way back with half of his army already, and Drogo, GG's out. Hasn't even seen the third base. He just knows how many probes he has lost and how many more he's going to lose before these Adepts are gone. Now with that, HolyHit takes game number 2 with Mass Adept Immortal rally pushing. That was cool. And that means we go in for game number 3. And HolyHit brings us into a game number 3 here on Oceanborn by taking down PtitDrogo in game number 2 on Goldenaura with a cute adept immortal push that just kept on rallying in until either player was dead, and he did manage to topple Drogo there. So let's see what happens here on Oceanborn for game number 3 before the action fires up. Sure that you like the video or at least subscribe to the channel for more StarCraft 2 action, which is going to be the primary focus for this channel for the foreseeable future. Might throw in a little bit of Dota, maybe a little bit of Stormgate when it's hype. That's about it. Double gateway on top of the ramp from Drogo once again, and also from HolyHit. Who could have thought? Both players, of course, mirroring each other completely. And HolyHit again with a slightly earlier scout compared to Drogo. Maybe he can harass the minerals a little bit, get his value. Drogo sneaks on in before any Cybercore unit can start. No adepts, no stalkers, no sentries yet. And one lone zealot isn't going to stop this probe. I guess you could wall it out with a pylon, but I don't think that's worth the minerals. And we don't have any supply depots on the Protoss side. Stalker sentry for both players once again. So we see 3 similar openers in 3 games. Let's see who adapts the best. Who has the cheekiest of adaptations. We see a shield battery going down from Drogo, locking in HolyHit's probe here. And he sees a sentry. And that sentry is a lot of damage to shields. Woo! Look at him go. Bzz, 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 bzz. So sentries on both sides of the map getting some kills here. First blood and second blood both going to a sentry on the map. And Drogo throws down a Nexus, and so does HolyHit. HolyHit has a little bit more gas, starting his sentries slightly later. Or is he? Yes, he is. Let's see what the tech of choice is going to be. Drogo goes for a Robo this time around. So we've seen him go Twilight Console first 2 games in a row. And the first game, he could have lost to Dark Shrine. In the second game, he did lose to the Adept Robo Push. And so this game, the third game, he is changing it up a little, going for a quick Robo, still with the 3 Sentry Stalker opener, trading Hallucination Scouts back and forth. Interesting matchup where you just know exactly what's going on both sides. I also think it's pretty interesting to see both players just long distance mining. Because we learned from Alpha Star that mining in the main does give you more minerals, but it does mine out your main faster. So they're sacrificing a little bit of income now to have longer sustained income. In case you get stuck on 2 base, I imagine that's pretty important, because you just can't mine these minerals out faster with more probes. It just capped at 24 probes. Doesn't matter how many probes you use. So both sides do have a Robo. We see a couple of adepts from Drogo going across the map. HolyHit does not have any adepts of his own, but he does have a probe ready to put down a shield battery or a pylon to block. And we see Drogo coming out with the first immortal already, a second one underway, whilst HolyHit is sending out a War Prism. It does get seen, spotted by Drogo's adepts here. They shade on in, they kill 1 probe. And in the back here, HolyHit is getting a Dark Shrine. Once again, it hasn't been spotted just yet. But this time around, Drogo might be a little bit more ready for it. I mean, he does have a Robo, does not have an Observer just yet. If only you could Chrono Boost buildings. And the Shades are going in. Oh, the Shades get in. The probe was not in position, and now the Adepts are here. The probes are pulled off the line, making sure that this Dark Shrine does not get scouted. Nice force field by HolyHit. Look at that. The Dark Shrine is still a mystery. It's a secret. And 2 Immortals in a War Prism going across the map here. The Hallucinated Phoenix does not catch this. they're still at home. A shield battery is being created. This War Prism is ready to make some Dark Templar. And this Phoenix perhaps is going to actually scout out this War Prism. And Phoenix actually follows it around, so this War Prism might deny the third a little bit. But the Dark Templar can start any moment now. 2 Immortals are pretty strong. Only a couple Stalkers here to force this War Prism away. The Dark Templar have been warped in, and they are going towards the main base here. Oh my god, this double Immortal drop is doing a lot of damage. We have only 1 Dark Templar. So Keanu not wanting to commit too much to this drop, expecting there to be an Observer. But there is exactly no Observer. Oh, there's one that walked into the natural as well. 2 Dark Templar. Getting the damage done once again. There is some counter-aggression from Drogo here with this War Prism. But these Dark Templars chopping up 15 probes. And this Dark Templar might actually just get out. And this Immortal drop hasn't done enough counter damage. We see a recall from the War Prism that can help in the defense here. How many probes have we seen go down? 7, 8 probes from Keanu, or HolyHit, at no third base. And the probe counts are quite even. Oh my god, the Prism almost going down. This Dark Templar confirming that there's no third base for Drogo either. And sadly for HolyHit, this Phoenix doesn't do any damage. So this War Prism is safe. There is a recall available for Drogo. The Dark Templar tries to sneak on in and does give HolyHit the information that there is no move out from Drogo currently. This Observer could sneak in and check the third once again. War Prism is being contained here by these 3 Stalkers. Not going to get out. Blink being researched as well. And a bunch of gateways being built here at the front. Both players pretty close in probes. HolyHit committing for a third base. Investing into probes to keep that third base. And a bunch of cannons being added on here for Drogo. Does have a cannon in the main, cannon in the natural. And now he's moving out. He's not making a third base. He just wants to attack. And HolyHit investing into this third base and the infrastructure over there. Getting more shield batteries. He seems privy to the fact that there is an attack coming here. How many Immortals on both sides? 4 Immortals for Drogo, 3 for HolyHit. We even have an Archon for Drogo, and his army supply is booming a little. 15 army supply over HolyHit, but we have a bunch of shield batteries here. We have Blink, but we have Charge for Drogo, and who gets the better position? The nuclear batteries committed, instantaneously sniped by the 4 Immortals. Nice force fields keeping the Zealots out, but the Zealots get in from the top. This Immortal, the breaker of force fields, and now these Stalkers in the back trying to kite back. 1 more Immortal. Nice kite back here with HolyHit's War Prism. Keeps picking up that Immortal, keeps it alive. And another Immortal needs to join soon. There's none in production. We still have 3 here from Drogo. His army supply is doubling that of HolyHit. But both sides, no third base now. Only just starting a third base here. And the Dark Templar from the third base were actually recalled by HolyHit. Kind of an anti-timing for him. 3 Dark Templar and War Prism going on out to the other side of the map. Because HolyHit did see that third base. Is going to try and cancel that. But this army is just overwhelming. More than double the army supply of Drogo. And at least 8 of it is across the map here. HolyHit's army is tiny in comparison. So he just needs to have like Great Sim City. But doesn't have the value units. Only has the 1 Immortal. The shield battery comes in. PtitDrogo comes in for a little bear hug. And HolyHit just does not have the army supply to stand up to Drogo's army. Gets destroyed in his own natural here in game number 3. I love that he went for the Dark Templar again. Surely he won't do it when I have a Robo. He did it. He got a lot of damage done. But Drogo had a great fight here at the third base. And HolyHit seemed to be ready for the charge push. He had the pylons. He had the force fields. But that 1 Archon. Like, he made that Templar Archives just for the Archons. And Drogo just pushed his Archon through. And no force fields can stop that. 3 Immortals against 4, but shield banner is just barely not finishing in time. And then the writing was on the wall. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this coverage of the Homestory Cup 25 Group D, a little PvP action for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.